Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2017 General Tarot Forecast. It's Raina here. So this is going to be a general focus. Whatever comes up, maybe it will be very strongly in love or strongly in business, or it could be a mixed bag. And I will try to cover all bases, but obviously this is a general reading anyway for all of you Sagittarians, including myself. If you'd like a personal reading, you can go to rainandmoonastrology.com. The link is below. Let's see what we have in store for June. We do have a full moon in our sign on June 9th. So that should be very interesting. It's a strawberry moon, full moon. Something to do with the Algonquin tribe of, I don't know, North America, of course, but well, the Six of Cups is now coming back in many readings for me, so it's amazing. I'm getting some of the same cards as Pisces. Okay, here we go. Okay. So the overall theme is the Ace of Pentacles. This can be a new job for you, a new income stream. If you were looking for a loan, it can come through. Some money that you didn't expect, money from the clouds coming in. And this provides you a new lease on life, walking through the portal. I've been getting the Ace of Pentacles for different signs. So I don't know. There was another reader that or astrologer that was talking about June being good for money. I think that's supposed to be the case. But in any case, definitely, according to this card, for Sagittarius, this is the overall theme. It could be a new relationship with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or at least if it's not their sign or their overall energy imprint, maybe it's just a relationship with somebody that is a solid bet for a change. If you've been dating people that just kind of are fly-by-nights, this person may actually stick around. In the past position, we have the Eight of Wands, and I have been getting this card too, and I think because Jupiter is going direct on June 9th, there is that sense of momentum, because back in January, I think that's when Jupiter went retrograde actually, but back in January we had this like little window of time when all the planets, the personal planets, were direct, and then not that Jupiter is a personal planet, but they started going retrograde, you know, all these different planets, Venus and Mercury and all that stuff, in the winter, at least Northern Hemisphere, earlier this year, let's put it that way. And Jupiter is going direct on June 9th, the same day as the full moon in Sagittarius. So I have to believe that that is extra special for Sagittarians, because that is our ruler, Jupiter. So to have a full moon in that sign, so it's kind of like the ending with the full moon and then the beginning with the Jupiter going direct, kind of an energy. And with the Eight of Wands, there can be a lot of, did I even hold this up? I think I held it up and then put it down. There can be a lot of sudden developments. And this is fire energy. So it could involve someone that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your life. Maybe somebody who you broke things off with or somehow were separated from. But this can just be messages going back and forth or sudden events. And it, you know, when I think of a new job, it could be like, you know, you're talking back and forth with the employer, or the potential employer, I should say. And, you know, getting everything together. The wands also connect to creativity as well as career situations. But it's like the pentacles can connect with jobs, but career is more of that creative element and your personal imprint on it. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the fire energy that is expressed through the wands. And what is coming in now is the Six of Cups at this time. This is the card of the soulmates. But I would say also, if you had a dream of what it is that you wanted to do since you were a child, something that you were always interested in, and maybe you put it on the back burner because someone told you you couldn't do it, that was silly, it was too grandiose. You may have always had this kind of this small flame that you've wanted to do, this desire, and you may go for it. Maybe maybe you had some kind of I would say like an obsession about a particular subject, and you wanted to form a business around that. Definitely the Ace of Pentacles could be you starting your own business. It doesn't mean that you have to work for somebody else either. So maybe this isn't even your main gig. Maybe this is something you're going to go for on the side, but it's been your childhood dream to do this. It could even involve maybe going to, maybe it's travel. A lot of Sagittarians love to travel long distances. Maybe there's a place you've always wanted to go, and somehow the money comes about for you to be able to do it. And it's like a dream of your lifetime. Again, that can be the soulmate card. So it could be somebody from your past, maybe from high school, that was your high school sweetheart, or a past life, twin flame, soulmate type of relationship. And somehow that comes about. We had a recent Venus retrograde and also Mercury retrograde in the same time period. So people from the past may have come back in that sense, in that time period between March and May. The higher message is very interesting because this is the Five of Cups. This is a card of regret, of maybe grief. Why would, with all these good cards, would there be this feeling of grief? Well, there can be residual sadness for many different reasons. Perhaps you're married and you're in love with somebody else, and you know that you're going to have to break up your marriage, and maybe the other person loves you. The person might be a water sign individual, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This could be a situation with a job. Maybe there's a job that maybe your workplace, you know you're going to quit, and you're sad about it because you really like the people, or you don't mind the work itself, but you know that it's time to leave. Just because good things are happening doesn't mean that there isn't any kind of sadness associated with it, because anytime there's change, there can be that kind of a little bit of a sense of disappointment that everything isn't you know, like kind of like ambivalence maybe even. This is a card, though, of a sense of loss. So it's possible that there, you know, like even sometimes with soulmates, there's a lot of time that is lost, where even the universe conspired to keep these people apart, you and another person. And it's very emotional. So even if you get back together with that person, it's going to be different than it was when you were young. And so there is that melancholy, you know. It's kind of interesting. Even when there's success, there can be residual sadness or somehow pain that comes from some aspect of it. But I think that overall, these are wonderful cards, you know. What crosses you is the King of Pentacles. So it may be a boss who is really, you know, this would be a boss who just thinks in dollars and cents, is overly materialistic. And that person may not want you to fulfill your dream. They may say, well, you know, they may lay a guilt trip on you and say, you know, who am I going to get? And you're going to make me lose money. That's why I was saying too, like with the Five of Cups, it could be because you have to, you know, you're going to leave someplace and you're anticipating maybe somebody else's disappointment. Maybe this isn't even your disappointment, but you anticipate that this new situation is going to bring disappointment to somebody else. And this could be because you have a very crass boss. You may be married to somebody, the father of your child, you may be leaving, and you may feel that you're going to hurt this person, and that makes you feel guilty. The advice or what's coming in is represented by the Queen of Cups. This is, I would say, more of advice, which is about going within. And as I said to Pisces, which I got this card in the same position, clairvoyance, clear seeing. Seeing, that's what psychic ability is. It's the ability to see beyond appearances and to really get a clear message about what to do, and also how to handle your feelings, because this is Cups. It's actually a double feminine energy with Queen of Cups. So it can be very internalized and emotional, and yet it can be very comforting if you realize and you really connect with your higher self. I have found myself that sometimes, I'm sure most of you can relate to this, that you may be very torn about certain decisions, but then you get very clear with yourself, and there's no like ambivalence anymore. There's no confusion. It's so beautiful to get in that zone, and it's not necessarily something that can just happen instantaneously. Sometimes you really have to sit with something in order to gain that clarity. But once you do, then you're really aligned with it. And the outcome is the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love. A new beginning if this is a career or work situation where it's a labor of love. It's a job that is more than a job. It's something for your soul, a soul business. And so it's coming from the heart. It's not just coming from the pocketbook like this guy is all about. So this is like your heart's desire. And it's a new beginning because of the ace. So you have two aces. One is Pentacles, which is practical, and one is Cups, which is spiritual and emotional. And I love it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and if you'd like a private reading, please go to RenaMoonAstrology.com. Take care and have a great June. Bye.